What's up, everybody? It's Mr. Official and Jay. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. This is my story. One of my first videos. It'll be cool to look back a few years from now and look at this and be like, oh my God, I can't believe he actually did this like that. But here I am. My real name is John. I go by Mr. Official NJ. I created a brand. I named it the Official NJ. It's basically just a logo representing New Jersey. It's something that I created back in 2013. It's funny how it all happened. I was sitting at work one day. I was a bill collector for a long time, so I would just sit and call people and tell them to go get their checkbooks and to pay their goddamn bills. So I was sitting one day and I doodle a lot, and I just started doodling my usual daily doodles, and I told myself that if I had to like create some type of like New Jersey logo or whatever, or create a logo for like the New Jersey Nets back when they were the New Jersey Nets, what would I do? And I started just doodling, and this is what I came up with basically. And I showed it to one of my boys who was there, and he liked it. And I went back to work. I didn't pay it any mind. I just thought it was pretty cool. This was like in 2010, I think, like, yeah, 2009, 2011. No, like 2010, 2011. And then that whole New Jersey Nets thing happened, where the Brooklyn Nets came about and did whatever happened and whatnot. I'm not too familiar with it because I don't follow sports. I don't watch sports. And so I'm not too sure why that whole thing happened. I just hope New Jersey comes back with some type of new sports team, and maybe they can, acquire the logo and use it for it. So that would be really dope. But yeah, so when that whole thing happened with the whole Brooklyn thing, I was like, well, there goes the logo, because I kind of used the whole New Jersey thing as like kind of like a reference on what I do if I had to create some type of logo. So when they went down, I thought the logo went down as well.
There's a 16-minute slowdown caused by crashes on I-95 lower level north in 0.25 miles. You are still on the fastest route.
There's always traffic. Anyway, so when that happened, I kind of let the logo go. As far as like, I didn't pay it any attention. I think like a couple of years went by, and like late 2013, maybe like August or so, my daughter was going through my phone like always in my damn business. Hi, Jazz. And she was browsing through my pictures, being nosy, typical women, and she saw the logo and she said, hey Dad, what's up with this logo? Are you gonna do anything? Are you just gonna let it sit there? Like, what's up? And I was like, what you mean? First of all, stop going through my goddamn phone. Second of all, what you're not gonna do is try to tell me what to do. But she did anyway, because she was like, you should create something. And I was like, okay. So I said, well, let me make some hats. And I did some doodles, I did some hats. I asked my family and my friends, hey, what do you think about these hats? People that had some type of relationship with New Jersey. Everyone was liking it. Everyone was like, oh, that looks cool, that looks cool, that looks cool. You should do it, whatever. I had a lot of support at work as well, as far as like my colleagues that I sat next to and that I had some type of relationship with. So everyone was supporting me and saying, hey, yeah, that looks pretty cool. You should do something. Go ahead and make something. So I started messing around with the design as far as trying to get it stitched on a hat, and I thought I can do everything myself as far as like the files in the embroidery file and try to be Mr. Do it everything yourself. Learn that the hard way. So after some trials and tribulations, I went ahead and just paid for the service to be done, and they finally got it right. And this was the end result right here, my friends. This right here's, and it's funny because when I finally got my first hat, official hat, as far as it's red, it's for the consumer, it's good for sale. That same weekend, Method Man and Redman came down to town. Mind you, I by this time I'm living in Orlando, Florida. I moved to Orlando in '97. I was raised in Elizabeth. Maybe one day I'll do a video about before Mr. Official. And so that weekend, Method Man and Redman came down to Orlando, Florida for a concert, and I had my hat ready to go, just one hat to show the world, hey look, check this out. My friend at the time was also who helped me build the brand as far as launching it. We decided to go to the concert, and we both wore a hat. I wore the hat that had kind of like the messed up stitching that I try to do myself, and then he had the good hat, the first of many, but numero uno. So we're at the concert, we're having a good time. Method Man and Redman are doing their thing like always, and Redman has a bucket hat, like an army bucket hat. I think that's what they're called. I'm not too big on fashion, so, which is ironic because now I have a kind of like a clothing line, but that's for another video. He had a bucket hat, and he was rocking about, I think they're like 2 songs in, maybe 3 songs in. He takes off the bucket hat. I forget the name of the club that he was performing at, but it wasn't that big. It was kind of like a little. It was all right. It was a cool club, but it wasn't that big where I wasn't too far from him. So when I noticed that he didn't have his hat on, I immediately took off my hat. Now, I don't know how I ended up with the good hat. I think in the mix of, just having a good time or whatever, me and my friend exchanged hats. So I had the good hat. I think it was I had all planned out somehow, some way, me not even knowing, but I ended up having the hat, and Redman is like literally right in front of me, as far as like just a few feet away, where if I throw something at him, I can hit him. I took my hat off and I threw it at him. It went straight to him, where it hit him in the chest, where he just immediately reacted and caught whatever hit him in the chest. He looked at it and he saw the logo, and then he knew what it was. Like, he immediately recognized what it was. Mind you, it's the first time that a logo like this even comes out. It's like very unique. There's other logos like this one, but I mean, there's other New Jersey brands out there, but none of them have like a logo like this one that represents the state, kind of like giving it like identity. And so when I threw the hat at him, he caught it, he put it on, and he rocked it for the rest of the concert. I'm talking about, he did all the hits, all the Redman and Method Man hits, all the Redman hits. Any dope Redman song you can think of, he did that with my hat on. I decided to mark this day one of my business as far as the official NJ brand, as an official solidified brand that I've been building ever since. And that was day one of my business. We're 5 years later. That was November of 2013. We are currently in January of 2019. 5 years later. I've been on this for 5 years. It's been a really good experience. I love the process. It's a love-hate thing, but overall, I love it. I've learned a lot. I'm still learning. I still got a lot of learning to do. And so yeah, that's mainly like the meat and bones of the story, as far as like how it came about and how it happened. And my daughter had a lot to do with it. My family and friends, well, I mean, not like friends, but yeah, my friends at the time were definitely supportive of the idea and were a driving force on me saying, yeah, you know what, let's do it. Official NJ. And here I am. It's been going really good. Redman is just one of many celebrities that now have my clothing line. Joe Budden was one of the first ones to also jump online, or at least we got in contact with his peoples and we sent them the merchandise. So I think he got it, maybe he didn't. I never really got a picture of him using it, never really seen him outside with it. But then again, I've learned that sometimes that's the case. Like celebrities or people with some type of influence or audience, they'll have your stuff, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you'll see them using it or that you'll get a picture from it. They'll just support you and rock it when they rock it. And if you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. Hey, what matters is that they supported you and that they appreciate what you're creating by wearing it and by showing support and love. So yeah, celebrities, personalities, as far as like radio DJs, all of you guys, you all know who you are. If you're watching this, thank you. You helped a lot as far as building and creating and setting up the foundation for what I know is going to be a really cool brand, as far as something that represents New Jersey in its own unique way. And I feel like it's here to stay, as far as it's gonna outlive all of us, and it's gonna be one of those brands that it's not gonna fade away. It's here, and it's here to stay, and it's here for the longevity. It's gonna build the legacy, and I'm the man behind the brand. And this is how the story kind of started. No, not kind of started. This is how it started. Just the main parts. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of sub stories, I guess we can call it, as far as like the process and the trials and all the errors that I've made, and everything that I had to learn, that I had to do on my own, as far as like branding, learning what marketing is, learning how to market online. As an introvert, I had to learn how to be social and get on social media and be on Instagram and be a Mr. Official NJ. That's not something that I'm comfortable with, or that I'm automatically like, yeah, because I feel that I am very reserved. I am an introvert. I'm very to myself. I love, as far as like isolation and loneliness. I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it as something that's good for you. At the same time, I love relationships, and I can hold down a conversation, and I love talking, having intellectual conversations and things that are like deep, and I'm one of those like conspiracy theory kind of guys, and into all that type of stuff. That's for another video though. Black love. And yes, this is how it all began. Currently I'm at work. I'm an IT guy. I recently moved back to New Jersey August of 2018, and I've been doing IT for a while. My job consists right now of delivering IT and AV equipment sometimes, also to various clients, people that rent computer technology for their events or conferences or concerts. Anything that you need as far as tech and AV, we rent it out, we bring it to you, we set it up. And I'm one of the IT techs that goes out and hooks you up. So yeah. So I hope you enjoyed my first video. I know it's rough. I know maybe a lot of things that I have to fix, but I finally got it out of my chest. Again, I'm an introvert. This is very hard for me to do. It's been 5 years. This is just now coming out, but hey, better late than never. I'm here. It's me, Mr. Official NJ. I hate that I got a squeaky voice. Maybe I should put on my Barry White voice from now on, you know, something like this. But nah, this is my truth. This is my reality. This is me. This is Mr. Official. I appreciate you watching. And let me know what you think. Good, bad, so-so. No comment is a comment. So thank you. I appreciate you.